The final frontier.
Yes, space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Astral Reaver. Its continuing mission to fucking plunder. But
Does
yes,
anyone else hear
uh,
fuck and plunder instead of
Yeah.
fucking plunder? Because I did.
Fuck, plundered and booty.
but yeah,
And here I am with the one character that will have no sex ever.
well, on the bright side, Squish is basically a giant. Was it?
Amoeba.
Yeah, amoeba. That's the word. Squish
Yeah,
could
I
just
definitely do
reproduce asexually.
He can go fuck
There's
himself.
actually a very interesting background reason why Squish doesn't do that, but we'll get into that later.
See, I just find that funny where Squish is like, I think I'm going to make another one of me. And then you just, like, the camera cuts to just, and then there's two.
But then
Hello,
you gotta
I am
remember
Squish.
Fishy.
I am also Squish. Hello, Squish.
Brother.
um,
It is not a thing it cannot do, but it is a thing it will not do. It is the closest thing to morals that it has.
boy howdy.
Can't believe you have morals.
All right. So, as everyone takes their bleh. As everyone takes their place on the ship and mans their stations, after Athoz has attuned to the ship, there's a noticeable kind of shift in the movement of the Astral Reaver as it's no longer just floating in the water, but ascending upwards, moving forward as it goes in to take off, and moves on an incline upwards as eventually as you leave the islands behind, the landmass of greens, browns, and some grays and whites of the mountain kind of fade away into just kind of mere colorful blobs in an ocean of blue as you start to see the nearby continent of the Sword Coast ascending up through the clouds into the atmosphere and eventually up and into the planet's orbit itself. And as this happens, for the rest of the crew, there are a few cheers as they've finally gone back to business. But for the most part, everyone has a kind of a stern sense of determination as now the ship makes its way to get some payback on the Neogi ship that ambushed you in that asteroid field. In the spell-jamming helm, Captain Boswell gives the order to steer towards that same asteroid field. And the commander gives out the word to be on red alert and be ready for any sudden attack.
Riley,
Yeah?
do you happen to have a name for the Celestian disciple?
Oh, yes. Give me just a second. I had it here. Nalki Starseeker.
Malky?
Yeah, Nalki.
Nalky with an N. Okay. Yes, going forward, slight retcon so that none of the other player characters need to manage my extremely stupid character's stuff, because in character they would never do any of those important things that make a D&D game work. So Malky is, which is, handler?
Yeah, basically his handler.
It's handler?
It's handler. As, like, everyone except Ari would know that she joined on the ship kind of shortly after Squish kind of splatted onto the hull.
Like a bug on the windshield.
Yeah, basically, as soon as Squish's existence was, like, leaked out to the nearest port, almost immediately there was a follower of Celestian to be like, hey, I'm joining the ship now. You have the Holy Stardust.
Yes, they seem to think Squish is some kind of combination, either a saint or like a holy relic, depending on your view on biology. Squish doesn't really know what the hell they're talking about, but they're nice.
But they're nice.
And Squish is determined to save Nalky. Which is probably as close as Squish gets to pissed off.
Question.
Yep.
Since I'm in control of the helm,
Mm-hmm.
is Athoz able to quote unquote like project his voice throughout the ship since he can't technically move?
Oh my god, the
Oh,
intercom.
Yeah.
Yeah, the intercom. Basically, does he have a magical intercom?
This is your pilot speaking.
I
feel like there was a way for the pilot to communicate with the crew, but
Yeah,
I think that
I-
could have just been 2E for all I know.
That's
It-
probably
it-
2E, because the 5E books for Spelljammer are not very informative. I'll have to do some book digging, but for now, I want to say yeah. Let's have like a magical intercom, like maybe some like really limited telepathy.
Either that or can he move from the chair after it started? That's either question.
My first thought was like sending stones embedded into the walls. So like it quite literally could be like a intercom.
I mean, talking horns on some of those steamships, that was a thing, right? People talking between the levels of a ship by shouting into horns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just a magical version of that, right? I mean, it's Star Trek. You got to be able to talk to people, right?
Yeah.
Especially if
We could just do it like thaumaturgy. Like, just treat it like thaumaturgy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
something
this
like
He'll just
that.
be made heard wherever he wants to be.
Yeah. Basically a constantly active thaumaturgy.
Yeah, but it won't be telepathy, because
Yeah.
that might be a little broken, since it would be completely stealth communication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so so when you're in a Spelljammer helm, you kind of have to stay seated in it, and then if you leave it, you lose attunement.
Now, that said, there was an item in 2E that actually, it was what was it? A Crown of Command? Then that lets you leave the seat and control it from wherever you're at.
Yeah. So, yeah, and basically this trip into the asteroid field to get revenge is to recover the rest of the crew, including kind of the backup pilot, so that Athoz doesn't have to be stayed glued to the seat all the time.
And remember, Zest, when you're giving the seat to someone else, you gotta be like, you have the helm, or you have the con.
you have to see the power.
Does anyone else find something inspiring about this giant lion piloting a pirate ship through space? Because that feels like some fucking 1970s fantasy right here.
I mean,
Yeah.
the entire characterization of Athos is basically a fucking 1970s fantasy.
I am
Beauty
for
and
it.
the Beast, the old Beauty and the Beast show. With Ron Perlman.
Exactly
Except
what
we
I was
got
thinking.
that.
Fucking Ron Perlman.
Yeah.
That is
I
how
used to
I have
love that
seen
damn show as a kid,
Athoz
man.
the entire time we've been playing. I can't believe someone else saw that show. Of
Oh
course, it was.
yeah. I love that
That's
show
how
as a
I've
kid.
seen Athoz the whole time. Just so handsome, right? I mean, we're all thinking it. So elegant and noble bearing.
And his little cockroach comrade.
Which one are we talking about? We have two now. Actually,
His
three.
real cockroach comrade.
We have three: an actual one, and then the new acquired one.
All right. So as the Astral Reaver kind of reaches the outskirts of the cluster of asteroids, that's when the captain will tell you, Athoz, to take evasive maneuvers as little asteroids are already starting to kind of ping against the ship. For you, it's kind of like a pins and needles sensation. It's like you're getting hit with little balls of hail all across your body. It doesn't hurt, but you can sense like some of the larger asteroids, and almost kind of instinctively you like shift the ship out of the way. But then there's going to be the larger ones that you'll have to do an athletics roll for, which
And please take a D4. Squish is there with you,
yes.
kind of draped around you like a big squishy scarf, interfacing with you biochemically to increase your reflexes slightly.
Right. So then I need athletics roll from Athoz, and then if anyone is out on the deck of the ship, I'll need an athletics roll as well.
Yeah, as the asteroid, as I'm trying to get my sheet open, as the asteroid is starting to hit, the rest of the crew's gonna hear a ding, ding, ding. And we're heading for an asteroid build. Please take cover and seek immediate shelter. That's the athlete. There she is. And then you set up +4 or 1d4. I'm just gonna use this. Fuck the shit. 13.
All right. So there is one asteroid kind of that's kind of not hurtling through orbit, but as you know, these little asteroids are kind of pinging against you. One larger one kind of sneaks up on you and kind of scratches along the side of the ship. Let me see if it does any damage. So the ship has an armor class of 15, and it does not. So it's a pretty close call, as there's a large boulder of an asteroid that kind of slides against the side of the ship, and everyone can hear it and feel it as the ship kind of shakes, and you hear shouts from out on the main deck as a minimal damage, Captain. Hull's intact. As you feel Captain Boswell kind of give you a pat on the shoulder and say, "Easy there, Athoz. Get your sea legs back."
It's been a while, sir.
I should just drive. That was a joke I made. Did you like it?
It was very nice, Squish. I'm just having a little time focusing here.
You can do it, Athoz.
I always am not used to space helm, space gyro navigation.
Yeah, and so as the ship kind of continues on its way through the field, everyone is keeping their eyes peeled for the Nyogi ship. I need someone to make a perception roll.
Oh gosh. Oh, except I'm with Athoz.
Yeah, we're deep in the ship.
And he's down in the kitchen. Skrag's down.
All right, you know what?
I
Squish
suppose
is going
it
to
is
go
up to
scout
me.
now that we're
It
now
is
that we're
up.
cleared.
It is
for
up
it.
to me.
I guess it's up to
Oh,
Ari.
yeah.
Alright, she's
Brax
watching.
Knuckles.
She's watching.
Watch.
Roll the 1.
Oh, well, there is a 2.
There is also a 1.
Nice. Yeah, so with a roll of 15, Ari, you've never seen anything like this before. This is pretty fucking wild. As
How about a roll to see if her mind is blown?
Nah, but she's having a good time.
yeah, as you're out on the deck, occasionally the crewman might be like, "Hey, hold this this rope for me for a second." All right, awesome, thanks. And you're along the.
Why would they give the rope to her? She is little. She'll just fly away.
Oh, that's a good point. Actually, never mind. They don't give you any of the ropes because they know you'll be flung out into the.
Hang on. I need to roll a strength saving throw. There we go. 11.
They give you a small rope
A little tiny rope, a little shoestring.
to.
I don't see how the size of the rope makes it better, but okay, moving on.
Where would you say Ari is? Would she be in the front of the ship or kind of more
Yeah,
towards the
she'd
middle?
probably be around the front.
Okay. Yeah, so you're on the front of the ship as there's like this platform that has this catapult that can be kind of rotated on an axis. About like 180 degrees, but it's mostly like forward facing. Oh wait, actually no, it's a ballista. My mistake. And then there's a catapult on the stern of the ship. But yeah, you're standing out by the ballista, keeping an eye out, and so from what you've observed, there is basically a bubble of air around the ship itself, and it's pretty big too. And up till now, you've noticed that like some people will just kind of like step off the side of the railing and walk on the sides of the ship as if it's like no big deal. And you've noticed that like asteroids below the ship kind of fall upwards, and it kind of creates this kind of weird effect of like there's these little like hail-sized rocks that get kind of launched upwards around the ship and then kind of fall downwards and vice versa. And as you are looking around and keeping an eye out, you spot these big space eels kind of flying through space as they're mostly minding their own business, and then they enter that bubble, and then they just fall and start kind of swimming towards the ship itself.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck? She doesn't know what the hell these things are.
As you see some of the crewmen kind of get crossbows ready, as one of them explains, "Oh, they're just space eels, don't worry. takes a pot shot, hits one of them. It's basically what we're having for dinner tonight.
Dinner. Ooh, some unagi don.
All right. And then as time goes by, Ari, you spot a ship that looks like a spider that's had its legs either bent or torn off. It's clinging to the side of an asteroid. The thorax is big and red, this bright crimson that stands out against like the gray and the gray rocky texture of the asteroid itself.
And Ari is going to point at it and be like, "What's that?"
As one of the other crew members starts ringing a bell, signaling that the ship has been spotted. And
Because I don't think they told them about the how they happened to crash, all the details. So she doesn't know what the hell she's looking for, or the fact that she was looking for anything in particular.
I think we actually did, but it was super early on because Squish was like, I crashed the ship to save the day and smashed into some other guys. It was very exciting.
Yeah, it was something like that.
I think she'd have been at least a little clued in. She's a crew member now.
oh yeah.
Then again, from what I've been told from many friends and family who've served aboard ships, it is actually not at all uncommon to not know what the fuck is going on above deck. So, never mind. She's so short, the fucking GIF forgets she's there most of the time.
Yeah, she trusts everybody else to not step on her, but yeah. She trusts...
If I were 2 feet tall and surrounded by a bunch of gun-wielding hippo men who are 8 feet tall, I would probably stay in my fucking room, but Ari has no such fear, so...
Yeah.
That's alright, the VW bug is coming up anyway.
Yippee!
Upon hearing the bell toll, let him know that something is going on.
The bell tolls.
The bell toll, yeah. So he's gonna head up to the deck to see what's going on.
All right. As you head up to the deck, you recognize the ship immediately. You see the kind of strands. There's maybe a few strands of the web-like netting still attached to one of the legs, as it looks like they've just been kind of camped out on this asteroid and making these really makeshift repairs. There appears to be sort of I guess a ladder or sort of ramp coming out from the bottom of the ship, which is where you can see some of the Nyogi are moving in and out as they're basically taking sheets of scrap metal and trying to repair at least some of the hull damage. And you can tell that there's been enough damage that or enough loss to the crew that it's going to take quite a while.
They have less time than they think. Yeah, as soon as Squish hears that the target's been sighted, as it were, Squish immediately leaves Athos's side and surges up through the seams of the decking to appear above deck almost immediately and surges right to the very edge of the stern. There is an intensity to its movements.
Looks like we have a round 2.
Skrag. When we make dinner tonight, you should do a dish with the space eels and a dish with the Neogi, so we can see how different or alike they taste.
I'm sure I can whip something up.
We are going to have a lot of Neogi. I am not going to eat any of them. They are all going to get cooked first.
Ari is looking for her battle bus. She's getting up in that. She doesn't want to get stepped on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'd be easy to notice.
Yep.
Yeah, Squish draws its mass up into like a great sphere for a moment at the stern there, and tries to enhance its visual capacity in order to get a good look at what kind of numbers they're looking at down there.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to say what you see are, looks like 2 or 3 of them are outside of the ship right now. As looks like they're just kind of hammering pieces of metal into the underside of the ship. The legs itself kind of has the ship kind of standing at like an awkward kind of tilt. But you can see that on the top, looks like they do have the forward ballistas at the very top of the ship, kind of the battle deck, where you can see that there is kind of like almost a bubble-like structure where the red dome, or like the red glass, has been kind of withdrawn enough so that you can see the ballistas, 2 ballistas in the front, and then I'll say that you catch a glimpse of like 2 ballistas in the back that are manned in case of any incoming ships. But it looks like they're operating on a very damaged crew. When you crashed, you took at least 6 of them with you. And
Dang, Squish got a frickin' multi-kill.
yeah. Because a lot of them are still on the ship. So they could be operating with just like a crew of 10 at the most. But that is not including any Umber Hulks they might have.
Are there any Umber Hulks out right now? I mean, you'd think they'd be using them for repairs.
Yeah, I'll say...
Or are they not tamed enough to do manual labor?
Oh, no, they are tamed to do manual labor.
Oh, okay.
I'll say you see one of the Umber Hulks kind of outside of the ship. Any others they have are probably inside doing, like, moving cargo around and stuff.
Yeah, fucking our cargo. They took Skrag voices. They're going down. Squish relays what it is seeing with its big eyeball shape of the moment, reforming and relaxing. We should sneak in, right? If they know we're coming, they could hurt Naoki.
Could try.
That 19 makes me a little nervous.
I'm gonna say, as the ship is approaching, unfortunately, the Astral Reaver is not invisible. It is a pretty hefty ship in itself. And the Neogi are also on the alert as well. As you approach, you can see kind of mostly you can see the front of the Night Spider itself. And then Zest, I want you to make an athletics roll for me.
And without my D4, sorry, I'm elsewhere.
Okay. Athletics. 7.
All right. Still a little bit shaky on getting used to piloting the ship again. But you sense it a little bit too late as 2 ballista bolts are sailing towards the ship. Let me go ahead and make the roll really quick. And the
2 ballista bolts?
Yes.
Okay. Could I deflect one of them?
They are aiming at the ship, not at you. All right, the first one misses. But the second one is a hit on the ship as the bolt kind of hits the side. There's the crack of splintering wood as it appears that the bolt has kind of hit the back end of the cargo deck. The crew is rallied to action as there are shouts of alarm. At the front of the ship, you hear some shouts as the catapult is being loaded, and Ari, somebody nearly trips over you as they rush over to aim the ballista. And then I need someone to... so over in where the character sheets are, I need someone to fire one of the ballista and fire one of the catapults.
I see it. I'll take care of it.
Yeah, because I don't see it.
It's the Astral Reaver character,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
It's under characters.
Okay, you have to actually click it.
Yeah, someone click the catapult and then someone click the ballista.
It's not letting me click them.
Yeah, it's just showing me as a text. I don't have any macro in here. It's just text.
Dang it. Okay.
I think it's only for DMs.
Oh, dang it. Okay.
Maybe you could unlock just that sheet? I don't know.
Because let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay, I forgot to set it so that you guys could control it. There we go.
All right.
That should fix it.
Pidge, you want little girl and big guns?
Little girl.
Come on, it's a classic.
Yeah. Let's
How
see,
many are there where they are? How many ballista?
Oh, there is a ballista on the front. The catapult is on kind of the main deck towards the front of the ship. And then there's
Okay,
a
so
catapult on the
this ballista.
stern. Yeah.
Okay. So they're up here currently. I guess he would try to go down here and help with the catapults.
Okay.
It looks like
Squish.
she has ballista.
Yeah.
Okay, so I see the ballista, but I don't see the catapult.
It's called a
Mangonel.
mangonel.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you can see me ping it.
Boom.
Oh, nothing. Idiot.
Go click actions. There should be like a ballista bolt. There we go.
And Squish rushes over with Skrag to the mangonel. Skrag, you should throw me with this, and I will sneak into their ship, and I will free people while you all fight them.
How exactly you're going to get back?
Well, you just have to land.
True enough. Climb on in.
Squish oozes into the mangonel's throwing... what is that called?
Like a throwing arm.
Yeah, the basket. It's not a basket, I just,
Yeah. Ice cream scoop.
Yeah.
Just a scoop of slime.
Is the mangonel did someone just give me a picture of a mangonel? I'm not sure if I'm thinking of the right thing.
It's like a catapult.
Is it that thing that's like the halfway between the catapult and the trebuchet?
It looks kind of something like this.
Oh, yeah, that is exactly. Okay, yes. Squish oozes into that thing.
Once he's certain that Squish is in there, he'll go ahead and fire it off. Sending him to the other ship.
All right. Are you casting guidance on Skrag?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright. So, what do I click here?
So, you click Mangonel Stone, and then we'll roll a d4 after that.
Alright.
Alright, and I'll say one of the crew is also helping you, so you're going to have advantage. So that's going to be 24 as that does hit. And you watch as Squish is launched to the ship, and he is going to... Let's see. Alright, Max, odds or evens?
Odds.
Yeah, as Squish, you directly land onto the battle deck of the Night Spider. If it was a stone instead of you, it probably would have damaged one of the ballista. As there are at least 6 Neogi, or 3 Neogi, manning this ballista.
Okay. 3 Neogi?
Yes.
Alright, Squish is hungry. No, Squish is not hungry. What am I saying? Squish is full and sated. So, da-da-da-da. Damn it. Yeah, I'm going to roll that with advantage. Squish is feeling, There we go.
Okay.
Okay, Squish does not attack the Neogi first. Instead, Squish's first... Are the ballistae magical?
They are
not.
They considered... They are mundane.
Excellent. Okay, so what Squish is going to do... I'm sorry, do you want to do the other stuff first? Because this is turning into one-man combat. I meant for this to be a sneaky infiltration, but damn it, Skrag is just too good a shot. He can't resist hitting the 10 ring.
Yeah. Alright. And, Athoz, how would you like to position the ship? You could, I'll let you know that you can get in position for people to kind of like drop down, because you can kind of, if 2 Spelljammer ships kind of get close enough to each other, the air bubbles around them kind of converge, and they basically share like an atmosphere, more or less. And the crew could just jump down onto the ship, or you could just ram it.
Athoz is gonna look at the captain and says, "How lucky do you think we feel?"
Oh. Let me do a roll really quick. Because I'll say that serving under the GIF as a culture, they are all about taking big risks.
That's very true. I'd forgotten about that. Kind of explains a lot, doesn't it?
All right. As the captain kind of gives a nod and says, "Ram them straight to hell, to the hells."
And as the battle's going on, everybody who's still on the ship is gonna hear another ding, ding, ding. Everybody,
The fucking chime.
Yeah.
Can we get a soundboard? Can we get a soundboard, Pidge? Give Zest a chime, just like that.
Yeah, kind of like this Japanese high school ones. Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, I knew what you were going for.
Everybody prepare for impact. A ramming is innovative.
All right. So, Athoz, gonna kind of borrow something from second edition, but if you want to burn a spell slot, I'll let you basically take the ship into maximum acceleration, and I'll give you advantage on the ramming attack.
I am so happy right now.
And that means it's not like the SARP like in the previous game, SARP without burn.
No, just using it. Using it.
So like you would use your spell slot as if casting a spell, and it would give the ship a speed boost.
And what does it matter what spell level do I use?
For this situation, no, it does not.
Okay. So as he says, ram it straight to hell. Athoz is gonna begin to channel in and burn a burn aspect of his magic to basically give a hydraulic boost to the battering ram. Let's see. And it's blunt ram, right? Blunt ram.
Yes. Yep.
The BRBR. All right. It's 11.
All right. The ship. So that the Night Spider's armor class is really high. I was actually hoping you'd hit.
I honestly wasn't able to hit too. Honestly.
Yeah. So basically, what happens is, as you surge the ship forward, like everyone on deck isn't like blown back or anything by the sun's speed, but the big asteroid is suddenly coming closer, and the Night Spider suddenly almost kind of leaps backwards to move out of the way, and it takes about just all of your effort to quickly kind of pull the ship back and narrowly avoid crashing the ship a second time, as there is a rumble and a scratch as the bottom of the ship kind of scrapes against the asteroid, and you can hear kind of two alien shrieks as it appears you've run over at least one Neogi and one Umber Hulk, as one of the crewmen kind of looking out the back kind of announces, "Hey, you got two of them!"
I hate to interrupt.
Yeah.
The soundboard is in, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Perfect.
Oh my god! It's the fucking DC Metro doors! The old ones!
Jesus
See, I was
Christ.
doing the airplane chime before the before the pilot speaks or
Yeah,
the
that's what I was
the
thinking.
announcement thingy.
Yeah.
When I was riding the rails before I hit puberty, I actually had a very soft and feminine voice, and I could do both the boom, boom, because I could get that high, and I could do a perfect imitation of the train doors closing, and I would do that sometimes just to fuck with people. They'd hear it a second time, and it just looked so confused.
All
They
right.
never knew.
And for the purposes of this Zest, I'll say that because you burned that spell slot, you have enough movement to do a second ram attack. This time normal, not at advantage. If you so choose.
Can it continue burning spell slots?
Huh?
Can it continue burning spell slots?
Yes, you can.
No, you can't burn another. You can burn another one in the same turn?
The way I'm kind of approaching this is so how the 5e book has it is it takes you 3 or 5 actions to fire the ship's weapons and stuff. I'm kind of skipping that, and this is basically kind of a fast forward sort of thing. So
Wait,
I'm down the plan.
actions for weapons?
Huh?
5 actions per weapons?
Yeah, so it's it takes 5 actions to fire one of the catapults, and 3 to fire the ballista, because you have to reload it and aim and everything like that. But
that's with it being fully manned?
Yeah, with it being fully manned, yeah.
Oh, damn. I thought it was that each crew manning the gun would take... Oh, I guess that's just minimum. Ugh, that's way worse.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
so
each turn is 4 to 5 seconds. It's realistic.
6.
Yeah.
6 seconds.
yeah.
Seconds.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of doing a fast forward version of it.
I'm okay with that.
So theoretically, Athoz would be able to steer the ship to ram again if he wanted to.
He's gonna since only the captain's necessary. The captain will begin to see that he has a scowl on his face, and you can see the effort that he's putting in his entire body as he begins to burn another spell. Or a search of magic to see if he can get hit again.
All right. And there you go. That does it. So what happens is the hammerhead, the Astral Reaver kind of swoops, scraping against the asteroid, flies up, kind of turns around as it kind of tilts a bit. Everyone kind of staying steady as the ship turns and swoops in like a bird of prey. And the Night Spider is not able to maneuver fast enough as the Astral Reaver rams into it again. And there is a loud booming crash as the Night Spider ship is dealt 64 bludgeoning damage, and the ship kind of takes at half as much damage and comes to a dead stop, crashing into the red thorax of the Night Spider as the glass-like dome, the shell kind of covering the back end of the ship, is shattered and cracked. Is shattered where the hammerhead, where the ship rammed into it, creating an opening for the boarding party to come aboard. And I will move maps. Give me just a sec. Okay. We'll switch maps. As what you see are 2 Neogi and 2 Umber Hulks and this sort of cargo hold area. One of the Umber Hulks is holding a big, knocked onto its back, spilling the contents of a crate all over the floor as you hear shouts from the crew as Commander Claudius gives a commanding shout and charges and gives the command to board.
Claudius is the number one.
Claudius
right?
is the number 1. Yeah.
Just checking. All right. How long between Squish hitting the deck and right now would you say that was in terms of seconds? Or say turns, if you will. Would you say that was 1 turn or?
It's probably been at least like a few minutes.
Okay. Permission to retroactively say what I would like Squish to do?
Oh, sure.
To catch up to the present?
Yeah.
So Squish does activate its key and deals the 4 Neogi on deck. They all take 5 points of force damage.
Okay. Oh, so yeah, so there's the
Assuming that they weren't just immediately killed when the ship hit them.
Yeah. So yeah, so I'll say they're kind of everything on the ship is knocked prone when the Reaver rammed into it. But up to now, so Squish would be up here.
Okay.
Right over here. And then let me
Then
slap...
before those guys were knocked prone, they each took 5 force damage.
Okay.
But then, rather than engage them, because Squish is trying to think a little more like a solid, because there's Nalki down there, and Nalki needs help.
Mm-hmm.
Nalki is very nice. He treats Squish very well. So Squish will use its highly corrosive acid to burn a hole right through the deck beneath it and go to the lower floors in search of the prisoner hold.
All right. So unlike the Astral Reaver, this Night Spider is made out of some tough stuff. So I'm going to say that counts as an attack on it.
What's it made out of, do they say?
It is made out of metal.
Oh, yeah, Squish can corrode metal.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm using the acid body.
Oh,
corrosive
right.
form, rather.
Okay.
So I can do... let me just pull up the exact... So 2-inch thick or 2 feet wide.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I can do that on wood or metal.
Okay. All right, yeah, so you can just... Yeah, I guess you basically spend the time to bore through the metal and...
Yeah, corrodes in... Like, so squishes through in 6 seconds.
Okay.
Is how that works.
Okay. And do you want to do that kind of while you're kind of like... you move under the ballista and then just burrow through so that the Neogi can't get to you?
Oh, yeah, right. Sorry, I interrupted myself. Yeah, Squish would be destroying that weapon first so that the weapon aimed at their ship wouldn't be able to fire.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I totally forgot. But yes, take out the ballistae and get through to the deck below.
All right. So I guess
I was just going to have Squish just burn through the cord, but yours is way better.
Yeah, so as you splat onto the ballista, you just kind of Squish condenses itself and then just kind of burrows straight down as the wood corrodes and the ballista just starts to fall apart, melting. A little bit of smoke probably going up in the process. And then you hit the metal or stone flooring, and it does very little slow you down as you just kind of burrow straight down. As the Yogi have trouble getting to you since Squish just kind of squeezes itself into a smaller form. And you end up right around here. And you land with a soft splat.
Okay. I guess you said several minutes. Yeah, so just to condense this and get the party back together, Squish is going to smell for the crew. Squish remembers their smells very well.
All right. All right, with a 25, you...
27.
Oh, sorry, 27. Oh, sorry, 27. Yeah, I saw that one. I was like, oh.
You
red.
automatically subtracted the red number from the black number. I totally get why your brain did that.
All right, so 27, you smell Nalki at the front of the ship. You smell a number of crew members through this hole here. And then you catch Skrag, Ari, and Athoz in this direction.
Oh, I thought they hadn't gotten here yet because you said it was several minutes between those 2 points.
Oh, okay. I was just thinking of like.
All right, yeah. Instead of minutes, I think more like 3 or 4 turns.
Yeah.
What it seemed like to me.
Mm-hmm.
Between Squish getting shot to this ship and everyone else boarding, say 3 turns. So
Yeah.
Squish will rush to Nalki.
Okay. All right. And in that case, I will go ahead and ask for initiative.
Would someone mind rolling my initiative? It started pissing out there, and I gotta close my windows.
Okay.
I got it.
Thank you, bud.
Hello?
I can't select my token.
Neither can I now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. How about everybody put their tokens onto the map then?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Pidge, would you mind? Sorry, I'm nearly done.
You rolled a 20.
Sorry, I gotta get all the
All right, I'm back.
the tokens reset because I was silly and I deleted all the battle maps or all the other battle maps. So that's my bad.
That's weird.
There we go. And then
I don't seem to be able to drag my token on the map.
Here, I'll put it back down for you.
Like, I have the little fist, and then I see a little squish. No, I can't drop him.
Okay, so
Oh, wait. Okay, he was just dropped in a weird place, I guess. Sorry.
okay.
And let me just get that initiative.
Alright, I can just go ahead and add your turn there, and then it was 20 if I remember right.
Yeah, it was 20.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, that's right. You said that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm a little,
That's okay.
I'm a little brained.
Alright, and then...
Wait, I rolled a 24? What the fuck?
You rolled 24.
You like to see it.
It's gonna be my one nat 20 of the game.
Alright, and then... There we go, and then... There we go. Alright. Descending. Alright. And then... and then give me just a second here, as, let's see. Alright, I'll just use this as a representation of the Commander Claudius, as he is gonna drop down with you. I will say, like, there's a number of Neogi fighting, but we're just gonna be focusing on your guys' fights. And then the Commander is gonna fight alongside all of you.
Okay, so with an assumption of 3 turns worth of time, turn 1, Squish melts down into this place, turn 2, Squish finds Nalki, and turn 3, Squish will return with Nalki to the rest of the party to back them up.
Okay. Alright, so Ari, you're up first.
So Ari's gonna pop out of her little hiding spot inside her battle bus. See the enemies before them. And she's gonna throw one of these at one of the big guys.
Okay.
Probably not gonna hit.
That does not hit.
That is my turn.
Alright. Skrag, you're up next.
Alright, he is going to be throwing his little cannon
Alright.
down, deploying the turret. Anyway, right there, I don't have my little token.
Oh, yeah.
Deploying sentry.
Yeah. And he will have it target, use a bonus action to target this one here. Oh, I can't see. Why is everything so fucking tight? There it is. Okay. And we'll roll. Where are all my rolls? There it is. 11.
Alright, give me just a second here. Alright, there's cannon. Turn that. Or basically like that. Alright. That is going to be a miss.
Yeah, I figure it. That is all I can do at this time.
Alright.
Let's go see where he is.
Okay, and then Athoz.
As a bonus action, he is going to begin song and dance and cast Bladesinger on himself.
Okay.
Where's my fucking thing? There it is. There it is. So he's gonna invoke Blade Song on himself as a bonus action. And then, as a normal action, he is going to I got an itch on my nose. He's gonna extend his hand and swing as a whip made of the weave and magic just appear in his hands. And he is going to attack. How far is it? 9 feet. This one right here. So.
Alright.
Precious Mind Whip.
So that is going to be an intelligence save.
This Umber Hulk makes it in. Oh, almost did.
Fails. Almost did.
Let's see. On his next turn, it must choose whether he gets a move, action, or bonus action. He can only get one of these.
Okay.
And then, and that'll be it for my turn.
Okay. All right, and then Squish. Where did you want to go? You wanted to go to Nelky?
Oh yeah, but I'd assumed that Squish would already have gotten Nalki in the time between it landing and everyone else landing.
Oh, gotcha.
I think we might be talking past each other on this one. Like, as in, Squish lands, and then Athoz does all that fancy flying and gets roadkill with a Spelljammer, which is actually an achievement. It's an achievement. But so I figured by the time they got here, Squish would have already done that other thing.
Okay. Oh, I got
Unless
you.
you don't agree.
Okay. I wanted to give you a chance to join everybody in their current fight, because if you go straight to Nalki, there's gonna be dudes you'd be facing by yourself.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Dudes. This right here.
Yep.
Is this a hole?
That is a hole. Through that hole, you can see down to the deck below it, and it looks like another cargo hold. In fact, it is an upside down cargo hold. So if you step through there, the axis of gravity is going to kind of flip you around.
Interesting. Very interesting. And the Umber Hulk is just large, right?
Yes.
Not huge.
It is large.
Yeah, who am I kidding? Squish is just going to bound over that. And then that Neogi right there.
Mm-hmm.
Squish gonna fuck his shit up. Whoopah.
All right. And that actually does not hit.
Dear God in heaven. All right. Well, in that case, have some of that.
That does hit.
All right.
Has an armor class of 16.
Good heavens. Well, wolves and eels. Very agile creatures, both. Okay, and, well, screw it. Well, that's a mess.
Yep, that is a miss.
All right, so that's 1, 2, 3. All right, I'm gonna hold it there.
Okay.
That's it for me.
All right. All right, so the Neogi pirate that you just attacked, he gets a bite attack and 2 claw attacks on you, Squish.
Okay, and that is armor class 18.
Yes.
Well, I guess that'll do it.
6 points of slashing on Squish.
All right, and what the hell?
All right, so 6 points of slashing from the bite, and then 4 from the second claw.
Okay, and he is going to take 10 acid damage.
Holy shit. All right, yeah, he gets a mouth and a claw full of burning acid. And very much regrets it.
Well, not per attack, just total.
Oh, yeah, total. Yeah.
He doesn't take 10 twice for the two successes.
Oh, I got you.
And that was 10 damage?
Yep, 10 damage, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Excuse me a second.
Ah, okay. Just noticed something about the Umber Hulks. We'll get around to it when the next round starts. Alright, so...
Alright, back.
Alright, so this Umber Hulk here is going to see Athoz and start barreling towards him. And is going to be making 3 attacks. Oh, yep.
That Umber Hulk left my threatened square because I have a reach of 10 feet with my key active.
Right. Would you like to use your reaction for an attack of opportunity?
You know what? I think I would. A wham! Ah, a 1! Oh, the pidge roll is mine.
Alright, it's going to be making 2 claw attacks and 1 mandible attack on... Actually, I'm going to say it's going to split it. So 2 claw attacks and then 1 mandible attack on Athoz. So that's going to be 1 claw for Ari. That is a miss. 1 claw for Athoz. That is a miss. And then 1 bite for Athoz.
I would use my reaction to cast shield on myself for that last one.
All right. Okay.
So it would be a miss.
All right. So yeah, that last mandible attack tries to crush you with its mandibles, but the magic protects you and holds the mandibles back. And then it pulls back and makes angry giant bug noises. Alright. This next Neogi pirate is gonna go after Squish. That's a miss, and a miss. Alright. And then Commander Armstrong is going to charge and attack this Umber Hulk. And he... Oh, okay. Let's see. Hold on. I think I had him over here. Okay. So he is actually going to take a few steps back, and then he is going to barrel charge into the Umber Hulk. The Umber Hulk has to make a strength saving throw. The Umber Hulk is knocked prone and is going to take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. And then he is going to make 2 attacks with his greatsword. And both of those hit.
God damn, Claudius.
Alright. So 19 and 14 respectively. And this...
Alright, and now he's flanked! Oh wait, that's not a thing anymore.
It's an optional rule. I usually don't do it. Alright. And then the Umber Hulk is going to try to claw and mandible Claudius. That is a correct.
Oh, Claudius. This is the kind of party he likes. He's Gif.
So he wants a miss. And then that mandible attack is going to hit for 16. All right.
Lord.
Okay, and then Ari, you're up next again.
Yippee!
So I didn't do this right off the bat because I forgot, but I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
The Umber Hulk has a confusing gaze. So when you start your turn within 30 feet of an Umber Hulk, you have to make a charisma save.
Oh, is that everybody?
Let me see.
24.
It's when you start your turn. All right, so 24, you pass, and you're fine.
For now.
All right.
She's just gonna do it again. She's going to use Guiding Bolt once more.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
24 hits. What are you hitting?
The one. So she's in a compartment somewhere. So she just kind of pops out, fires it off at the big one.
The big one? All right.
Yeah.
All right, so 19 points of radiant damage, and then I believe that is... Everyone has advantage until your next turn on it.
Yeah, the next attack roll made against this target.
Oh,
so
okay.
Whoever is next, which
Nice.
would be Skrag.
Nice.
Yep.
All right.
And for shits and giggles, where is it? Give me an anvil, please.
All right, anvil? All right.
She's just dropping it on its head. Probably doesn't hit, but...
Need the Acme sound.
The best one I've got is the...
That works.
the best one I got.
So yeah, the bonk, but it does not appear to do any damage unless you have advantage. Which I don't believe... Oh, wait.
She does.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
wait.
gonna say, isn't that the next attack roll?
No, yeah, I'm a fool. I am a fool. So that is 13 points of force damage on it.
I'm sorry, Skrag, I took your advantage away.
It's okay.
All right, and then Skrag is up next.
All right. He will be turning the little ballista towards this guy right here to see if you can shove him away a little bit into those crates. So that is going to be his bonus action.
All right.
God damn, I haven't looked at it, am I?
Our rolls are not doing so good.
They are not. And he's going to fire a pistol shot at this one over here.
Okay.
Because the other one's too close. I'm sorry, my eyes are really bothering me today. Wow.
This is insane. We are all getting pigeon rolls. The last good luck we had was Pidge's fucking initiative.
That's alright. I believe that is all I can do. My attack action, bonus action. Yeah, that's all I can do.
All right. All right.
Sitting there shaking the pistol like, what the fuck?
Athoz, you're up next.
As a bonus action, he's asked to extend his hand, and he's gonna construct a blade from the surroundings of the ship. Actually, I will cast that at 3rd level.
Okay.
So that'll be 3d8. Okay. Yes, 3d8. And then as a regular attack, he is going to attack this one that's right next to it with the booming blade. Oh, I gotta do this right. Hang on. 18.
All right,
18,
that hits.
I
Yeah,
also
that
have
hits.
to roll one more d8 because it's only the 2d8.
Mm-hmm.
So 21.
21
damage.
All right.
21 thunder damage.
Nice.
Wait.
All right, and then would you like to do anything else for your turn?
See, nope, that's it. That's all I can do.
Okay. All right, and then we're back to Squish.
Okay. Squish gonna spend a key point. This one right here,
Mm-hmm.
the one on the left, he's getting the business.
That
He is getting the business.
That is going to kill it.
Okay. Squish just lashes out around its neck suddenly, and just its mass surges in around that arm, and it just pops its fucking head off.
Nice.
Now for this guy.
All
Hit.
right, that's a solid hit. That's another solid hit. It's dead.
Yeah, let me just retcon a bit. Squish just pinches their heads off at the same time. Just but pointedly eats none of them.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay. All right, and then for the Umber Hulk over by Athoz. And I'm guessing you're...
Oh shit, hold on a second.
Huh?
Fuck, I get one more attack. I'm
Oh.
sorry. Flurry of Blows makes me 5, not 4 hits.
Okay.
Okay. Wait. Okay, hold on. Let me just... 1, 2, plus... Yep, I get one more attack. Okay, so Squish will attack the Umber Hulk last.
All right.
And in fact, I'm using that as a hit, but not the damage roll. I am instead rolling the hit on that, and I am then going to attempt to grapple the Umber Hulk.
Okay.
That does not look like it's going to do it, though. They are very strong.
They are very strong indeed. That's a 24.
Yeah, it makes it just fine.
Yeah. All right. So the Umber Hulk over by Athoz is going to do its claw attacks and mandibles. And then your armor class is still 18, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. That's a miss. That's a miss. And that is a hit. As
yeah, I'll let it hit.
yeah, that's going to be 10 points of slashing damage with the mandibles. Since if it meets it, it beats it. All right. And then back over to Claudius. He is going to use his great sword on the Umber Hulk in front of him. Both of those hit.
Jesus.
All right. Yeah, as he basically just with 2 swings just starts cracking the carapace open, as if he was basically as if he were about to eat a lobster.
Well, I mean, who knows what color these guys turn when you boil them.
Yeah. All right. This Umber Hulk is gonna try to attack Claudius. And then... So that is 24 points of slashing damage. 1 claw hit, and then a biting with the mandibles. But Claudius is in better shape than this Umber Hulk. Alright, Ari's up next.
Alright. She's gonna pop back out of her little hidey hole. Is this guy looking at Athoz?
Yes he is.
So first and foremost, gonna roll my charisma. 22.
Oh shit, we haven't been doing
that's right. I forgot. Shit. Alright, this time for real we'll start doing that.
that.
No,
Zest
it's
is
fine.
the only one who's had to do it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And she's just gonna fire off another one of these bad boys. Miss.
Alright.
Spiritual weapon. 9.
the spiritual weapon gets to bonk.
Yeah. Let me do my sound effect.
Thank you.
And then she's going to go try to come up with an insult. I'm too nice for this shit. Hey, you overgrown termite. So I need, and then she's gonna call it a bitch.
It does not understand common.
God damn it! But either way, she's calling it a bitch and an overgrown termite. So, and then she dips back down into her little hidey hole.
All right.
Turn done.
All right. Skrag, give me a charisma saving throw, DC 15.
Is it when you're looking at the Umber hole?
It's basically when you start your turn within 30 feet of it.
Oh, okay.
10, isn't it?
You said charisma?
Charisma, and the DC is 15.
Okay, and I have a +2 for enchantment spells and effects.
All right.
So charisma. Oh, this is gonna be horrible.
Oh God.
Hello, did it work?
Nope, don't see nothing.
Hello?
Oh, there we go.
So 12.
That is 12. All right. That does not make it. But I need you to roll a D8.
D8?
Yes. All right. So on a 4, Skrag just stands there. As you're just kind of in a confused daze, staring at the Umber Hulk.
Alrighty.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, alright. So it's... You can avert your eyes to avoid having to make the saving throw, but your attacks are going to be at disadvantage.
Well, the reason why I was asking, because he wasn't looking at this one, he was looking at this one.
Oh, okay.
When he was firing.
Okay.
So I didn't know if that made a difference or not. I remember back in the day, it was if you were looking at it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they changed that or not.
Yeah, it's... Okay, so
whatever your ruling is, I'm fine with it.
Okay, so it's if you're looking at it, and if you're within like 30 feet of it.
Okay.
So you would still be affected by at least one of them.
Okay.
That's what I'm understanding, unless you avert your eyes from both. All right. So Athoz, are you gonna avert your eyes from the Umber Hulk, or are you gonna take a risk?
I will avert my eyes.
Okay.
Athoz is, as soon as he remembered, since most of his research was stolen, remember more of the... What do they call these again? Umber Hulk?
Umber Hulk.
Umber Hulk.
Yeah.
Umber Hulk. He immediately closes his eyes and motions his owl to basically be a distraction.
Okay.
Or help action.
Yeah, so your owl can take the help action, and that is going to make your rolls normal.
So he's going to close his eyes and command Philomena to basically be an Ari and be a little bitch to the Umber Hulk.
Okay.
And he is going to do another booming shadow blade combo. I wanted to, no, I'm not going to test that out. So he is going to do a shadow attack. 20.
That hits.
And then one more D8 because of it. That is not so. Oh, please. So 11 damage. No, 12 damage.
Okay.
12 damage to it.
All right. So both Umber Hulks are looking pretty rough. All right. And then Squish, are you going to avert your perception? Or your sensory organs, I guess.
3.
I don't think Squish gets to do that. The way you've been playing the advantages it gets, I think Squish kind of just sees everything, and I think it just has to make the roll. It doesn't have the ability to stop perceiving.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, so charisma save. So you are not confused.
Any more than usual, anyway.
Yeah, any more than usual.
All right. Let's get this done.
All right, both of those hit. The second attack is going to be what kills it.
Okay. And so Squish just fucking goes at this fucking thing in tandem with Claudius. I kind of like to think more like Squish briefly restrains it long enough for Claudius to have, like, killed it, kind of in a flavor sense. But then Squish hurls itself at this fucking Umber Hulk right here.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh, for fuck's sake. I never forgot this whole time. That last grapple might have actually succeeded because I forgot to put my advantage on. God damn it.
Okay.
All right, and Squish will grapple that Umber Hulk, please.
All right. It is grappled.
All right. And what the hell? Let's just go ahead and spend another key point because this is just getting straight up ridiculous. Okay, and a smash.
All right, so that is a hit, so it's going to be 11. So it is badly wounded as you're squeezing it, kind of crushing, compressing its carapace into itself as it starts to kind of shatter and break, and the sharp edges are kind of digging into its insectoid insides.
Okay, and since I spent that key point, I get a one more.
All right, that is going to kill it.
Jesus. I mean, those were terrifying rolls we were having for a minute there, but fuck me. Okay, so yeah. Floor cleared. I smell where Nalki is. We need to go get her.
Lead the way.
All right. As the commander takes a moment to catch his breath, as he says, I'll bring the rest of the crew on board to secure this deck. You go get Nalki.
Don't let anyone waste the meat.
I'll try not to.
Squish is off.
All right.
Skrag shakes out of his momentary stun, mumbling something about hating that. And
Ari pops back out and taps him on the head like, you good?
I'm fine. Just a little bit confusion there, but I'm okay.
You have weird eyes.
She's gonna rummage around.
Should collect those.
She's gonna rummage around and offer him a snack.
A snack. Is it elf jerky?
Yeah. She probably found like a little stash of it in there somewhere. The emergency stash.
This is why
Takes
I
it
cannot.
and nibbles on it. But yeah, he tells Squish to remind him to grab those before we go. The eye stalks of the Umber Hulks.
Squish left as soon as it was done talking. It has only focus on Nalki.
And
yeah, Squish is here by now.
he's like, right. It's like Squish. It's like,
I'll remember. He follows anyway.
if not, then I'll remember. It's fascinating.
Also, you must be in dire straits if you're asking Squish to help you remember anything.
Poor
Yeah, he
thing.
would. If it's that important, he would.
It's true. It's true.
All right. As the rest of the crew hops on board, they start securing this backside of the ship. As you see, the commander and a few others gonna jump down into this rectangular hole as they kind of flip upside down with the plane of gravity and land on the bottom level of the ship, where they start clearing like the second cargo hold as you hear sounds of fighting going on. And I'm going to say like some of them go with you towards the front of the ship, but they're going to start like clearing rooms and stuff, like kicking down doors and stabbing whatever's inside.
As it seems they'll be crossing paths, Squish will remember to tell the men where it smelled the rest of the crew, guiding them in the right direction.
Okay. All right. Then I'll go ahead and move your tokens forward, like kind of around here. All right. And as you go into this kind of long hallway, you see on the far end of it, seems like the last door towards like the spell jamming helm of the ship. You see this big Neogi covered in like a naturally armored carapace, as its arms are sort of weaving this eldritch magic. And then I need everyone to do another initiative roll again.
Oh, did the Neogi have any weapons, or is it just natural weapons with those guys?
They have their own natural weapons, but I'll say you have seen them use armaments before, but it seems like this time around they were just using their claws to fight.
Big declaw. Man, Ari has been getting almost first every time.
Kind of makes sense, right? Tiny and quick.
Oh, good point.
All right, Ari.
I was about to make an Isty short joke, but I refrained.
All right, Ari gets to go
Isty.
first.
I miss him.
So there's this guy at the end of the hall, right?
Yes.
Does everyone see him? Or it? Or whatever.
Yeah, everyone
is?
sees it.
Okay. She's just gonna go, what the fuck is that thing? I guess she's going to pop out of her little hidey hole, lean a little bit to peek around the corner, and y'all know what I'm doing.
I think so.
You're a bitch.
I think so.
Yeah. Could you post a picture of what that thing looks like?
Sure.
Yeah,
Give me a second.
Thank you. I need it for my my good luck charm, apparently. That's so fucking gross.
Yep. Yep. Come on, mushroom cloud.
Bubba. All right. So that's the token art for it.
Yep, pretty gross looking.
A little horsey.
Alternatively,
Still pretty gross looking. Alright. She's gonna peek out from her little hidey hole and say, what the fuck is that?
if you want to see
That's fucking...
something really gross looking,
Oh,
is the picture.
No,
just...
you're in it.
I don't like that.
Alaskan bullworm vibes.
Yeah, oh my god, Zest, get out of my fucking head. I think we go with that last one. That is truly repulsive. That's what they should
Oh,
look
come
Oh
on,
my
give it
god,
to me.
that is a
Give
crit.
it to me. Give me the crit. Give me the crit, please.
I'll let you do it.
Yay!
Little consolation prize for those fucking rolls we were having.
Yeah.
Oh my god, accidentally deleted
Where's
the
the
token.
mushroom cloud? Where's the mushroom
Control
cloud?
Z! Control Z!
Didn't mean to do that. Alright, that is...
That's how hard you hit him, Pidge. He disintegrated, and Riley had to get a new one.
Let's see, that is 29. You almost got him in one hit, basically.
Almost.
From a scale of like 58 HP, from 1 to 58 HP, he has like 16 left. Like, that guiding bolt goes soaring down the hallway. He's kind of getting ready to cast some magic spells, and you just hit him just straight on, just head on.
Thank you for that,
teammates,
Riley.
please.
We
Yep.
needed it. We needed it.
Shit.
It is not dead, but horrifically wounded.
She's just gonna pop right back down. Back into the hole.
Alright,
All right.
Squish is
There's
up
a thing.
next.
How much do you figure Athoz weighs?
Oh no.
Probably around. What is he? He's like what? Almost 7. He's like 7 feet or something like that. Probably like.
Well, it doesn't
300.
really go by numbers. I don't know why I'm asking. Riley,
Mm-hmm.
with my key empowered Squish, I have a effective strength of 20. Would that be enough to hurl Athoz down this hall to have him do like a flying slash on the Yogi?
I think with a strength of 20, your carrying capacity is 2,400 pounds, apparently? Hold
Damn.
on.
That is obscene.
Oh, wait, no, it's, sorry, no, scratch that.
Okay,
You
that
can
makes-
lift up to 400 pounds. And if Athoz is like 7 feet tall, I want to say he's maybe like just under that. So it wouldn't be a throw. I'd say you could drag him into the hallway.
Yeah. Dang. You know, like that thing we did with Furia?
Oh yeah.
I don't like you calling her.
Well, that was gravitational manipulation.
I know.
I will
Squish
say
kinda ought to
Ari
do
is
that.
not in a full space, so Athoz could be moved forward.
All right. Rules as written. Mechanically, I can grab Athoz, and from what I'm reading, technically carry him without any reduction in speed, and bring him to here, my 40 feet of movement speed. And he can then attack from there. Can we, for flavor's sake, make it that I'm throwing him?
Yeah, we could do that.
Athoz, go
What?
get him! And Squish just like grabs Athoz, kind of makes itself a sort of slingshot, and just launches Athoz at the Nyogi.
Like, God damn it!
And is that going to be your turn?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I've killed enough for this particular section.
All right. Athoz, you are catapulted forward.
I am catapulted forward, apparently.
Yeet. Up to around here, I think.
Okay.
Just
Well, no. See, Squish would be there, and Squish could then move him into range there. So he would be within attack range from what I did. 40 feet move, and then Squish can move him to his reach.
Oh,
was how I
okay.
saw it.
Oh, okay. I
Meaning that
understand now.
all Athoz would have to do would be attack.
I could just see Squish going behind Athoz, stretching its arms forward to cling to the walls, like here.
Oh, that's
You know what I
right.
mean?
Squish a spider climb. Okay,
And
instead of the
and then
launch.
just slings his ass just straight up that way.
Yes, okay. Poppy's got the better idea. That is what we're doing. Squish just turning into a terrifying, like just climbing all the walls and surging down that hallway and then throwing Athoz the rest of the way.
All right, we'll do that.
Okay.
Can I give him advantage by way of help?
Help.
The aid action or whatever?
Philomena, actually.
I guess technically, like, lifting him would be the action.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good
But
point. Could we consider it a grapple and then I have one of 4 of those? No, alright.
No. But Zest can get advantage from his familiar anyway.
Yeah, I got
Philomena.
Philomena.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Philomena, don't worry.
Good name for an owl familiar, by the way. I really approve.
Alright, so Athoz has advantage.
Yeah, it's like as Squish basically drags / toss me into the front, Philomena falls behind diligently. And with a little bit of nod, Philomena begins to basically attack, quote unquote, attack it as he prepares to do another blade combo. So let's see, 22.
All right, that hits. It has 1 hit point left.
No, it don't.
Oh, never mind. It does not.
Yeah, it's like no, it don't. They still it was 3d8.
Oh,
not 2d8.
whoops. I'm sorry. I
No worries.
jumped the gun there a bit. All right. So Athoz, you do have movement to barge into the spell jamming helm of the ship. If you so wish to use your movement that way.
Alrighty. He's gonna open the door to the space helm,
Okay.
and he's gonna peek inside to see what's in there.
All right. So what you see is a large Neogi, bigger than all the rest that you have seen so far.
Oh no.
Like still considered a medium-sized creature, but standing like a good few feet taller than all the crew, all the Neogi that you fought so far. You have reason to believe that this is the captain of the ship, and forcibly strapped to this helm is the Goliath Nalki, the Cleric of Celestian, as she has basically these really very invasive tubes and wiring kind of forcibly pushed into her body and flesh, and you can see that it is draining the life out of her in order to power the ship.
Wow.
And as you open the door, you can hear her audibly groaning and kind of making pained sounds, as it's basically she is being slowly tortured in order to move the ship. I'm going to delete that. There we go.
Thank you. Athoz gonna motion to the others to come by but stay quiet. Says he has had wow. God damn it. Has him. Hello, please. Mouth work. Has he been noticed yet from by the Naogi?
They already know that you're attacking the ship, and they probably heard that their bodyguard die, so it's like they know you're coming by the time you open the door. But we will... Oh yeah, it's basically going to be the next round. They'll be joining the initiative. So, looks like Skrag has Jack has his turn, and then we'll be at the top of initiative again.
Okay. And that'll be the last thing he does since he managed to defeat the bodyguard.
Okay.
So yes, he is going to motion Skrag and Ari to come along as they found what they were looking for, which is Skrag's little friend / worshipper.
All right.
Squish's little friend, not Skrag's.
Can I get my cannon up here?
Yes, you can.
Because I have an idea.
All right.
This is glass, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Are you
shit.
gonna space him?
Let me clarify. So the Spelljammer ships have this kind of envelope of air around them when they're in wild space.
Right.
Yeah.
But
it's still quite a fall.
Yeah.
That is true. Like what would happen is basically like there's a side view of the ship. You'd basically be kicking them out to like the front of the ship. But they would still be able to walk on it.
Right.
That's fine. I mean, the rest of the crew is also on board the ship right now. They'd see him as an escapee.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, and as Skrag and Ari move forward, you see the rest of the Astral Reaver's crew kind of move in behind you as you see like kind of towards like the back of the hall. Like I guess some of the crew like find like a swarm of Neogi hatchlings, and they're just kind of like crushing them beneath boot and with their weapons. It's like this ongoing battle going on behind you as you're advancing through the ship. But yeah, sorry. So, what did you want Skrag to do again?
So, I missed it. The command was to hold for now, or
No, he's just saying that to come along.
No, like the rest of the crew is taking.
Well, I mean, from Athoz, like he said to come along. Okay.
Yeah.
Come along. Since we found what we were looking for.
Do it, Jack. Do it, Jack.
Well then, I have a crazy idea. I don't know if it'll actually work, but if he's just ready to go in, guns blaring, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
So what I want him to do is to come in, fire at the window, but use his cannon to fire at this guy, which should knock him back at least 5 feet.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, that's what I would like to do. Hopefully this actually hits, because my dice have been shit today. Alright, so do I have to roll something for the window itself? To see if I damage it enough?
I'm going to say yeah, since you're attacking it.
Okay.
I'm going to say it's going to be like a target of like 15.
Okay.
For a 10-foot wide stationary object?
Oh.
All right. Never mind.
Actually, no. As you say that, I'm kind of maybe thinking more like 10, and then you break the window.
Okay. Well, I got an 11.
Okay.
Okay. And the Force Ballista, let's see if this actually freaking hits.
That
22.
does hit. Yeah, as So what happens is you damage the window. These cracks go throughout it. The cannon fires and pushes the Neogi out off the ship. And you watch as basically the floor you're standing on is the plane of gravity. So you basically knock it back, and it's just floating in zero gravity, kind of bobbing up and down as if like it was floating in water. As the Yogi is flailing to try and kind of regain control of itself.
Would it take damage from the glass, do you think? Since it wasn't blown open, but it smashed through it.
Yeah.
That would hurt like a bitch.
You know what? I'll roll a 1d8 for it. Yeah, so 6 points. 6 points.
And everybody just hears this. Ha! But that's pretty much all I can do right now.
All right.
And yet it was glorious.
Actually, I do have. Use my bonus action. No, I can't move him or move it. But yeah, it would be right here somewhere anyway. That's it for me then.
Okay. All right. So the Neogi
Taunt it.
Master
It can't do anything about it.
is going to try to cast Tentacle of Hadar on Athoz, but it's going to be at disadvantage. And it does not hit. So yeah, you see it tries to cast a spell, but just the bobbing motion of floating out on the gravity plane just kind of knocks its aim off as the spell just does not land. And that's going to be its turn. It's going to try... I'm going to say it's going to try to swim back. So it's kind of bobs its way. It's kind of climbing onto the edge of the ship now.
Except didn't it roll a 5 to swim? Because it's at disadvantage?
Oh, right. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so it's still out there.
No, hang on, because my turn is next. I have something funny.
Okay.
Go ahead and let it come inside.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna
smack his ass back out there.
Swim as it's kind of climbing back on board. And
Yep.
Ari?
So she's going to peek out, see what's going on. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She's rubbing her little fingers together. Riley, may I get advantage for this since he's trying to get inside?
He'd probably be prone from being just climbing back in.
I'd say he'd technically be prone, so go ahead, have advantage. Yeah, that hits. You don't even need advantage, that hits. That is, however, not going to kill it, but you do deal a lot of damage.
How's he looking?
He has 19 hit points left.
I think I can take care of that. Oh, right! That's still active, isn't it?
That fucking gets every time. Right.
That's the extent of that reverb is what makes it incredible.
Yeah.
Because you can have up to 5 seconds of a soundboard. I made sure that it lasted that whole 5 seconds.
Alright, go ahead, roll for the anvil.
Which would also have advantage because it's still prone.
Yeah. 6. Doesn't quite do it.
That's okay. You get bonked.
Alright, and then Squish is up next.
Alright. So, Squish has just been quietly vibrating with agitation after seeing what became of Nalki. And this glass-covered, beaten, and fucking spell-sizzled cannon shot motherfucker who thinks he was having the worst day. Well, he's not yet, because Squish is not happy about the state of Nalki.
Mm-hmm.
So Squish is going to go ahead and pounce it. I have advantage on grapple, and it has disadvantage to stop it. This will be hilarious.
Fails.
And I dare say succeeds. Yeah, Squish is going... Are there other, like, components for that throne? No, in fact, never mind. Squish is just going to take bits and pieces, like glass, etc., and just shove it into its head like it did to Nalki.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, that's enough damage to finish it off.
Just shards of glass, just chunk, 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 like fucking...
Or,
like
sorry, so it's
rock haircut.
one more attack. And then it'll be gone. 4 hit points left. There you go.
Well, this guy was stubborn, huh?
Yeah, a little bit stubborn.
I just saw my opportunity and had to take it.
Oh, totes. Absolutely.
It's like, in front of a window, eh?
Yeah, I forgot about the gravity plane.
No, that's fine. I mean, it still worked out.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah, because, like, Ari doesn't really have much to, like, push things back. But if there is a thing that's literally crawling below her, yeah.
Squish it like a bug.
She also didn't want to, like, fire off another bomb.
Yes. All right. If combat is concluded, Squish is going to immediately surround Nalki and see if he can hear it.
Yeah.
Nalki.
Yeah, combat is resolved.
In that case, while they are taking care of that stuff, he is going back to collect his eyeballs.
All right.
And any other interesting bits on those.
Although, do we hear fighting elsewhere?
I'm
yeah,
gonna say
it's
for the most part, most of the combat is done. Like, yeah, as you hear, like, some shouts that the rest of the captured crew has been recovered. And at this point, it's mostly just cleaning up the tiny Neogi hatchlings that appear to have kind of scattered around the night spider, and just kind of taking stock of like what cargo is left and wounds that need tending.
Athoz is gonna look around to see what he can find within these rooms.
Okay.
Since combat is almost over, to see if there's anything else of value.
Okay.
Along with the other crew members.
Don't forget our crew.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and start with Skrag. So you wanted to harvest from the Umber Hulk.
Yeah, he's gonna try to pluck out those eyes.
All right. Give me a
Whatever.
nature roll. To get the eyes, it's going to be a DC of 20.
What? Oh my god.
Oh boy, I'm not gonna get this whatsoever.
Maybe wait until we can do it with you. Shit.
I don't even know what.
If somebody
I
wants to help, you can give Skrag advantage.
I super want to, but Squish would be so focused on Nalki.
Athoz can give help.
I was gonna say
He would
Ari
try-
can help too.
He would try one at first just to see how difficult it is to pluck it out,
Mm-hmm.
and if he ruins it, then yeah, he will wait. Because yeah, he wouldn't want to ruin something interesting like that.
Okay.
So you said nature?
Nature, yes.
Oh boy.
Not sure.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Sure.
All right, so I'll give you a choice of getting either an Umber Hulk mandible or Umber Hulk blood?
Probably blood because he would be digging at the eye.
Okay.
So, yeah, probably blood. In that case, yeah, finding that is going to be a little bit more difficult, and he doesn't want to ruin any of them just yet. He'll leave it alone. And telegraph to Athoz to have them just like see if he can get the crew just completely read the entire place. Like they stole our shit. Now it's our turn.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And Athoz is giving commands to basically take everything that's not melted down into the ground.
Yep.
That can be used for, can be sold, or has any magic properties especially.
Okay.
I think we should take the fucking weapons on board if we can.
That's a heavy feat for us.
Actually, how bad off is the ship?
Are we gonna drag it toe style?
Like the
Oh my god.
the Night Spider ship itself is pretty thoroughly damaged. Like ramming it, the hull is pretty compromised, but as long as the Spelljammer helm is on board, it's technically pilotable.
But we don't really want to use that Spelljammer
Yeah.
helm. It's a slave throne.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, they're just gonna strip it bare.
Okay. All right, so we'll do the rolls to see what the crew finds after we do this little scene for Squish. So Nulky is attached to this basically a life stealer helm, kind of hooked into it with various like wires and tubes, and she appears to be just in constant tortured pain and also very weak.
Ari's gonna speak up and just be like, what do we need to do to get her disconnected from this thing?
Okay, hold on. Yeah, nope, Squish would not. The sensible thing to do would be to wait for the actual healing Cleric to do this, but Squish feels too urgent, and so is already surveying it with that medicine roll of 18.
I was gonna say Ari is already she's the ship doctor, so.
Well, gotta speak up. Squish is too focused.
She also doesn't know
once Ari does
exactly
speak
what
up.
This is.
Now, they've had lots of encounters with Nyogi, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. They are using her to make their ship move. They do it until you die, and then they just put someone else in the chair.
I mean, I could try to roll Arcana to maybe, because he is a Wildspacer, so he has like experience, or not experience, but at least maybe knowledge of tales, or even have seen something like this.
I'll give you an Arcana roll with advantage then.
Okay. Arcana. Ha!
Oh, nice. All right, with that crit, yeah. So, you've seen these in operation a number of times. It's only the Nyogi that use a machine like this. It's something. It's definitely something that I think, if I remember my Spelljammer lore right, it's something that they invented themselves, because the Nyogi as a whole just see everyone else as lesser than them.
They don't much care for each other either.
Oh yeah, they don't care much for each other either. But
they reproduce by killing an aged member of their own.
Yeah. But yeah, it would have to be done very carefully, basically like surgery, but you could remove Nalki from this helm without doing more harm to her.
Well, looks like we're doing surgery, boys.
Yeah, Squish rolled an 18 on that medicine check, so, you know.
All
Yeah,
right.
if anything, we can get her off the helm safely. She shouldn't take more damage.
Yeah. Somebody give me a medicine roll with advantage then, since I'm sure
I do have a +8.
He would, since he does
26.
know like about this, he would
Mhm.
direct her how to remove things, maybe to
Yeah,
kind of
like
help her out.
what wire needs to get cut first
Yeah.
yeah.
on this bomb?
And
Yeah, 'cause-
roll a d4.
It's already a 26, though.
Roll a d4. Now it's a 28.
All right. So, what, Ari, you've never seen anything like this, but with guidance from Skrag, and help from the more experienced members of your group, you're able to very carefully remove these barbed wires or barbed needles, essentially, very carefully, one by one, until you have a free and unconscious Goliath.
Squish picks her up in some vaguely humanoidish arms.
How stable is she? Like, I know she's rough, but is she, okay to be moved?
Yeah, let me roll. Let's see. Yes. So, yeah, once she's removed from the helm, she seems to be in pretty stable condition. And I imagine, as you are removing the barbs, you are also kind of, patching her up really quick as you are kind of doing everything. So basically, she's unconscious and stabilized.
I will take her back to the ship.
Yeah. We'll continue here.
Yeah. Squish will just do that real quick, just, squishing its way out. Carefully on the way out, but then with the usual recklessness on the way back once she's in the sick bay.
Okay.
We have a sick bay, don't we?
I was about to ask that. Is there a sick bay?
Oh, yeah, there's basically the equivalent of a sick bay. All right. And then for the looting, so
Exciting.
as the crew kind of goes through the ship and plunders it, we'll say a lot of, some of it you recover from what was stolen. But basically, so let's see. Okay. So this is going to be the recovered treasure. A heap of coins and gemstones kind of stowed away in the cargo hold of the ship. And then there's also a pouch of dust in a very ornate bag that seems to imply some importance. And then there is a potion. And then as for the rest of the cargo. Let's see. This is probably going to take a moment. Okay. So, let's see. 5d12. Whoops. Mistyped that. 5d12. Alright. And then... Alright, so there are, from the Nyogi ship, there are 2 cages holding a hostile beast, which I will elaborate on in a moment. There is 10 40-gallon barrels of fresh water. There is a crate containing 50 loaves of bread. And then last but not least, there is 10 crates that each contain 50 days rations.
Do they all look like they're from different sources? Like all just taken from different crews and whatnot?
I'm going to say yes. Yeah, they look like they've been taken from different crews. And then there is, for the expensive cargo, which is the other half of this. So there is 10 20-pound kegs of gunpowder.
That would make Boswell happy.
Hey.
And then
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's like their culture.
Yeah.
And then there is a set of exquisitely crafted furniture. I'm going to say at a glance, it appears to be of elven make. So that is from the Nyogi ship. And then this next roll is going to be what the crew gets back that was stolen from your ship originally. Whoops. Okay. And then 4 minus 1. Alright.
Anyone got any guesses on that hostile beast before Riley says what it is?
Tiger.
A tiger?
I don't know.
Like a white tiger?
It looks pretty.
Before I make a guess, Riley, is it this beast? Is it like? You said it's like. It's aggressive.
It is aggressive.
Is it some form of cat-like creature?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
Is it a displacer beast?
You know what? I was actually gonna make it a displacer beast. So.
Oh my god, that was literally going to be my guess too, but only because it's a classic D&D monster and you've been
Honestly,
throwing those
same.
at me. Incredible. Incredible. I'm so happy. Ship pet.
Boy, howdy.
All right, and then let's see. So 2. Oh gosh. I think I think Athoz is going to be happy for the expensive cargo that you guys are getting back that was originally stolen.
Oh my.
Spices.
I mean, those are very expensive. They're worth their weight in gold.
Okay, so the cheaper cargo that the ship gets back, 2 crates of 20 wheels of cheese, 10 40-gallon barrels of ale, 10 40-gallon barrels of water, and then a chest containing 50 vials of perfume. And then for the more expensive cargo, there's a crate containing 100 1-ounce bottles of ink and 1,000 sheets of parchment.
There you fucking go.
There is another locked case containing a exquisite dragon chest set made of crystal. And then there is a locked case containing 5 spy glasses. And then anything after that is some charts and maps, and then various pieces of furniture that the crew are taking aboard, either to use to repair the ship or to use as mostly just to repair the ship or to use as kindling when you guys are in a safe enough so to repair the ship and any spare wood to use as kindling for cooking until you all reach the Astral Sea proper, because you are still in the galaxy. So you are safe from the phlogiston for now.
Athoz just teary-eyed that he managed to get a lot of his research back. A lot of his books.
So good.
Question: what is in this room that Ari is in?
That is where like the navigational charts are.
Are they able to be taken?
Yes.
She is taking them.
All right.
For the Umber Hulks, would medicine work for something like that? Just to know where to cut, or?
Yeah, it's the specific skill it lists is nature.
Because he's gonna need some help on those.
Ari
Yeah.
can help.
Oh yeah. No. Go ahead.
Because didn't Squish bring his friend?
Yeah,
back
but
to the
just
ship?
real quick, and then returned to help loot the ship.
Ah, okay.
Although we could just have Squish staying with her.
Either way.
Nature.
He would be helping
Okay.
as much as he could, but
If it was a medicine check, that would be the go-to.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Squish, do you want to do that guidance on Ari?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so Squish does come back then.
Yeah.
Because
This
he's
is
just sleeping
gonna
anyway.
take some time.
15.
All right. So you're not able to harvest the eyes, but you can harvest the carapace.
Ooh.
And the carapace can be used to make plate armor +1, half plate +1, and a shield +1.
Neat.
Or, I should say, or. So you have a choice of 3.
Okay. I can dig it.
All right, what you
I
want?
wonder if he can fuse that to his own carapace.
Oh, dope!
Nah, he'll figure out something. But yeah, he'll go ahead and snag that. That's how many times can? Well, yeah, that's fine. He'll go ahead and snag that, carry it along with him,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe some Umber Hope meat to try out.
Okay. Yeah, we could do that.
Delicacy.
Can we take their weapons? You know, the shipboard weapons, I mean?
Yes.
Just stripping it bare.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, why the hell not? They did that to us.
Yeah, so there isn't really any space to take the ballistas or the catapult, but you can break into their armory and take the weapons from there. I'm gonna say, let me pull up a weapon list, and then all right. I'm just gonna kind of glance at the map and see, and kind of take a guess at what they probably have. So I'm gonna say like 1 halberd, 2 great axes, a long sword, one longbow, 1 heavy crossbow, and then that looks like 5.
Probably just shit they've taken from other species, right?
Yeah. So
If you got that many natural weapons, you probably don't bother bringing extras often.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna say there's probably like 4 daggers. So 1 halberd, 2 great axes, 1 longsword, 1 longbow, 1 heavy crossbow, 3 scimitars, 2 short swords, and 4 daggers.
Dopeness.
And I'm gonna say that in that armory too, you do find some pretty fancy looking boots.
Fancy looking boots.
Fancy looking boots. They look like they have kind of like leaves kind of woven into, or like depictions of leaves kind of woven into the leather.
Ooh. Ooh.
Athoz will take them to study to decipher them once we're safe in the ship. That way we can figure out what they are.
Yeah. And we can kind of hand wave that, or it's like as soon as you're on board the ship and the crew is working to kind of organize the loot and kind of make repairs to the ship, Athoz is able to kind of sit down and study them. And if you have the spell Identify, they're going to be boots of elven kind.
I do have boots. I have boots. I do have Identify. That's what I was looking for. Not.
Okay.
I don't have boots. I have Identified. Yes. So I would tell, I guess, our little group what they are, which I actually do not know what they are. So I'm gonna look it up real quick.
They basically gives you an advantage on dexterity stealth checks. Come from the rogue player.
So there you go. Did it. We could give it to Skrag since he's the heaviest.
Nah, he wouldn't be very useful for him at this point. I don't think he can attune to anything else.
I think you have one more slot, actually, Jack.
What?
Because it was, remember, I was, Squish gave Skrag those gauntlets for the strength, and you found out you actually had one more slot. You could, one more attunement after
you're right.
that.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the fused items. Because the fused items don't count towards attunements, and the only thing I have attuned right now are the gauntlets. I don't have anything else. The pistol doesn't count to me. That's no, I don't.
You're carrying 2 people. It's good for you to have
Oh my god.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We still have that weird pendant thingy.
Just adding more and more magic items to Skrag's battle suit.
It'd
I
be
mean,
like
if Skrag doesn't want them, Ari can take them because she's got one slot left.
Oh,
Yeah.
There you
He'll be like that collector hag from Labyrinth. Just shit all over his back.
All
go.
right.
Stick it on the back.
So here's my next question for everyone. Do you want to take the life jammer helm?
yeah.
Life jammer helm?
That is what the Neogi were using to power the ship.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm hoping we can fix it up so that it's,
He would tinker the hell out of that thing just to see what he can do with it. So yeah, he would definitely want to take that.
Okay.
You drag it over here. Drag the chair over.
Yeah, he would work with somebody else on the ship to find out what they can do with it.
All right. Cool. All right. And then so as the rescued crew kind of get resituated, not only have you rescued Nalki, but you've also rescued the kind of backup Spelljammer pilot. I'm gonna say. Let's see. Oh. Hey, Lyssa. Give me a
Yes.
number between. Give me a number between 1 and 45.
26.
26? Okay. Actually, wait, hold on. Let me...
Actually, 34 or 35, because that's half of 69.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You said 34 or 35?
Yes, because that is half of 69.
Okay. Fire or water?
Fire.
Alright, so the backup Spelljammer pilot is a Fire Ganassi wizard.
Nice.
Give me just a second, and I will have a name.
Who, Nick?
Their
Chinook.
their name is going to be... their name's going to be Flare. A fairly androgynous individual. Their hair is just constantly like a ball of fire on their head. Kind of like a dark-ish red tone of skin. And they are very relieved to have been rescued. And I will write more about them later. But yeah, so they're the backup Spelljammer pilot and also the other wizard on board. And unless anybody wants to do any other like roleplay scenes, that's about all I've got for today.
I guess I have to wait on meeting Malky until next game, huh? It is almost 6:30.
Yeah, it's getting pretty late. I gotta go decompress before my werewolf game.
Werewolf. Yeah, I get you. All right, Malky. Till next time.
Yeah, we'll do that next time. And then,
I can't wait. I can't wait. I love that you made her a Goliath. Thank you so much.